Nigeria's name. Tinubu in 2 years has spent 559 billion. If Tinubu is not the owner of this industry they call banditry and Boko Haram, why is he not making profit from it? Having looked at how banditry and kidnapping Boko Haram came into Nigeria and how it has been perpetuated, I've got to conclude that bandits and kidnapping and Boko Haram and ISWAP is synonymous with the APC. It's a package. It's part of the APC government in totality.
So are we taking is Afenifere taking a more holistic look at this security problem instead of just saying, oh, this is about politics, some people just want to grab power or they want to grab and run? Because at the end of the day, if we continue to politicize the problems, will we find a solution, the right solution to what is currently bedeviling our land?
You are the one politicizing it, I'm not. I've just told you what they are doing and what they intend to do and what they intend to achieve. I didn't politicize it.
Who are the they, sir?
Thank you, the government. I've just told you that one of their leaders before said, and he must know, he said that once you have insecurity in place for more than 24 hours, the government has a hand in it. I didn't say it. The former head of state said it. And now we're talking about what the last president did. May so rest in peace. It was his regime that imported Fulanis to this country. Everybody said it, admitted it on television, and they were negotiating to pay them money. These are not fit of that government, isn't it? Is it not the same APC? The same APC imported bandits into this country. And the current government is APC, and you're saying, I'm not politicizing that. I'm telling you what happened. No. They admitted it that they brought Fulanis into this country to win election. They didn't hide it. They said after they finished, they wanted those Fulanis to go back, and they didn't go back, so they wanted money, and they were negotiating how much to pay them. They mentioned all, well, they are Nigerian, they are this person. The APC imported Fulanis into this country to win election. You say you don't know?
There are no unknown gunmen anywhere. They are the unknown gunmen. The military men are the unknown gunmen. The immigration, the customs, these guys are the unknown gunmen. Nobody
the money budgeted in the name of security is going to everywhere except security. It's going to buy vehicles, campaign for elections, do prayer in Saudi Arabia, do prayers here, sharing. The people in government are the terrorists. So how can you say that you want to fight terrorism when the terrorists are in the villa? And the terrorists are running the government. And the terrorists are the one in Zamfara using terrorism to mine gold and use the gold to fund campaign and become chairman of campaign. Okay. And you are there, you don't want to recognize that. You don't know that it is those who work in security and those who are in government who are the beneficiary of this kidnapping money.
All right. Prince.
In conclusion,
yes,
your government is more terroristic than the government of Afghanistan or Sudan. So that is why you are under terrorism.
What you're saying.
How do you go about the business of handing automatic weapons to an ethnic militia that is already publicly complicit to the knowledge of all and sundry in the insecurity? What you call banditry is terrorism, and we should just stop using these words that minimize the crime. Who is a bandit? Because I think the only synonym you have for banditry will be armed robbery, Abi. But these ones, they are kidnapping men and women and children, enslaving them. They are taking ransom. They are appearing on TikTok. They are actually, I think it was there was one ACP, Usman Daji or something like that in Katsina. Keremi killed Usman Daji, took his uniform, and then when they called a peace parley, the bandits, terrorists told the Katsina state government, don't bring any policeman to this meeting. And then Keremi wore Daji's uniform. The Nigerian state is so useless that an assistant commissioner of police was murdered by terrorists, Fulani terrorists, and then the same uniform adorned the back of the terrorists who sat down in what they called a peace negotiation with the same government. It is the impunity that has been extended to the Fulani that has made it impossible to deal decisively with the madness that has overtaken us.
You want the Fulani to be dealt with?
Any criminal should be dealt with. His tribe, his ethnicity, his religion should not matter. When we say Fulani, we must always be careful that it's not about the ethnic nationality of the criminal. It is the criminal that we need to be dealing with. That the person happens to be Fulani should not prevent his prosecution. It should not mean that because this person is from one particular ethnicity, you close your eyes to his criminality.
You have accused Buhari of enabling them.
Of course he did. And I'm not the first to say so. Usman Bugaje, or what was his name? Was it Baraje or Bugaje? The one that was the national secretary when they started their APC. He came into the public space. He volunteered the information. He said very clearly on the record that they imported Fulani terrorists from different Sahelian countries. He named them. Commodore Laumi went into Channel's TV station, the morning show. He equally said very clearly that as far back as 2016, they had given the list of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria to Buhari, and he did nothing about it. Malami had names running into over 100 given to him by the Emirates, the UAE, of sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. He did nothing about it. It was only last year, late last year, that some militia men were seized in Kwara State who said that they got their arms from the National Security Advisor. They were carrying automatic weapons. They were Fulanis.
Not to be terrorists. The arms were to be used for vigilante purposes.
By who? How can Fulani come into Kwara State as vigilantes? What about the people there?
But Kwara State is also the home of Fulanis.
What about the others who are living there? How come the law enforcement agents were not even aware of them? The first they became aware of them was when they were apprehended. How? The Fulanis are the recurrent decimal in the insecurity that has overtaken our country. And then somebody who is a member of the same Fulani nation sits as the National Security Advisor of Nigeria and is harming a Fulani militia.
And another person that has been associated on several occasions with funding terrorism. That is Kashim Shettima. Kashim Shettima, we should not forget, Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto was one of the most wanted terrorists, and he was found and arrested in his house. Let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining. And look at the areas that are generally affected by this. Take the Northeast, for instance. In the Northeast, you have the blue diamond. That is a strategic mineral. You have oil at the Chad Basin that is being explored right now, but illegally. You have Zamfara. If you go to Zamfara, Zamfara has more gold than Ghana. Zamfara's gold is being traded in Dubai and other parts of the country. There is a market called Nigerian gold in Dubai. Go and check. So who is doing this mining? Most times they are the governors, the people in power. They are the ones doing it in connivance with foreign mercenaries. Can you remember? Have we forgotten when they said there is a no-fly zone in Zamfara? Why should there be a no-fly zone? There isn't even an airport in Zamfara, but aircrafts land and they take off from Zamfara. And let me tell you something else. In Zamfara, every container that comes from China ends up in Zamfara. You know why? Because in Zamfara, the soil in Zamfara has all the strategic minerals that you can think of. So when the containers come in from China, they land they end in Zamfara, and a bag of Zamfara soil is today sold at 5,000. So they need to displace the people to allow them to continue with their mining. I mean, it's multifaceted. And these are people that one has been severally accused of harboring terrorists, even recently. And why? Let us ask, why should Shettima be visiting, along with his governor, be visiting and making a solidarity with a police officer that was being tried for drug trafficking? Why? So you begin to put these things together, and you begin to understand why Nigerians must retrieve their country. We can't allow this thing to happen.
With mass kidnappings of girls and boys at boarding schools in northwest and in the northern part of Nigeria happening at an average of every 3 weeks now, based on the facts and figures we have. Has insecurity come to stay in Nigeria?
Insecurity cannot come to stay. Insecurity has come to stay with the present government. And the present government cannot last forever. It will not last forever. So insecurity has not come to stay, unless you're talking about come to stay in the short term. Once you have a good government, these things will stop. And right now, we have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onovo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Thank you.
That's number one.